I'm so glad you asked. Let's start with the concept that tombs weren't meant to be opened. They were meant to stay shut. And so in Egypt, we have a lot of tombs that come along with curses. Basically saying, you'll be cursed with XYZ if you open and disturb this tomb. We find particularly colourful curses when it comes to pharaohs or those of regal blood. Now, before we get into the curses, you must understand that the religious context of the day is that they were buried in the tomb with their belongings to have a peaceful afterlife. If they were then disturbed, their afterlife would be ruined. So the curses were placed as somewhat of a safety measure. So let's talk about some juicy ones. Death shall come to him who disturbs the peace of the king. The famous inscription on King Tut's tomb. Now, the Egyptologists back in the day that disturbed the king ended up dying from an infected mosquito bite. Curse or coincidence? Well, to deepen the plot, a similar lesion was actually found in King Tut's cheek as the legion that killed the dude that disturbed the king. So, I don't know, that's juju that I don't want a part of. Oh, and apparently when the Earl died, the moment he died, all the lights in his house completely blacked out. Now, on the very same dig, another archaeologist found another little inscription that said, "He shall be cursed who moves my body." So his house burnt down. Then he rebuilt it, and then it was destroyed by a flood. 24 excavators on that excavation died. And then Hugh, the guy we were talking about with the house, hung himself. On his suicide note, which he wrote in his own blood, he says, "I have succumbed to a curse that forces me to disappear." So yeah, King Tut's tomb was a whole thing. Like, I feel like the disclaimers were there, you know, and they were ignored. Never ignore the terms and conditions, guys. I may need to make this into a series because we're almost at 3 minutes and I've gotten through one cursed tomb, so please follow and I'll do more of these.